Hey y'all, welcome to Bushcraft Wednesday. I'm Madden from Self-Reliance Publishing, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to tie another knot called the Canadian jam knot. Now, like the bowline, this knot's really simple to tie and it's got a lot of uses in bushcraft. So let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you how to tie it. Okay, so this knot really couldn't get much simpler. All it is essentially two overhand knots. You're going to tie your first overhand knot fairly close to the end. You're probably going to want to leave yourself a little space here towards the end so you can easily undo the knot later. But you'll see how that works later on. But you tie your first overhand knot, and then you're going to tie a second overhand knot and just leave it kind of loose here close to the first overhand knot. You take your other end here and come up the bottom of your second overhand knot and draw it tight. And when you pull tight on this first overhand knot that we tied is going to cinch down and it's going to jam it together. And this is a cool knot because as you tie, or as you pull rather, the knot tightens down and it'll stay tight until you loosen it by pulling your tag end here next to your jam knot, and that'll loosen it up so you can undo it. Now this has a number of different uses. You could use it to tie a bundle of sticks together. You could use it to tie up your bedroll. There's any number of different uses for the Canadian jam knot. I happen to have this bag sitting here, so I figured I'd use it to demonstrate how you can tie a Canadian jam knot and cinch it down and how it'll stay tight. So let me tie the knot again. So again, that's just a two overhand knots side by side. Second one, leave a little bit loose. Bring your other end up through it, and you've basically got it tied. Now you can put it around whatever it is you're wanting to tie. And as you pull down, let's see, as you pull down, the tension that you put on that knot is going to stay there until you pull this tag in to loosen it up. So it's really easy to loosen up if you want to, but as long as you're wanting it to be tight, it'll stay tight for you. So that's sort of the beauty of this knot here. Now it is important that you get one little detail right if you want the knot to stay tight. To tie this knot properly, you're going to want to make sure that when you fish this end through the second overhand knot, you're going to want to make sure that you come up through this hole the same way the line goes out on the other side. If you come in over the top like so and you cinch it down, it'll function, but it won't keep the tension. When you let off the tension, it'll slide. If you make sure that you go through that hole the same way this line is coming out of it, your knot will bind up and keep the tension like you want. And you'll have to pull this tag end to loosen it up. The other cool thing about this knot is if you want to untie it, once you don't have anything in the loop anymore, all you got to do is pull this end through and that second overhand knot will come undone. Now this first overhand knot that we tied, the jam knot, that sucker is going to be tight and it's going to be hard to untie that. So a modification that you can make is to tie a figure 8 knot there, and sometimes a figure 8 knot's a little bit easier to untie than an overhand knot. So that's how you tie the Canadian jam knot. It's a useful knot for bushcraft. I hope you found this video helpful. As always, I appreciate every like, every comment, and every subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.